Tomorrow, the DHS Secretary Mayorkas will travel to South Texas for the first time since May to meet with those working on the front lines of the border crisis. His visit comes after he received a scathing letter from Arizona's Attorney General demanding to know how many COVID-positive migrants were released into his state since President Biden took office. Arizona's Attorney General, who is also running for Senate, Mark Brnovich, joins us now. Good morning, Mark.
Thank you, Ainsley, for having me on this morning.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming in. What are you seeing in Arizona that got you to the point where you wrote that scathing letter?
Well, what we are seeing in Arizona is going to affect the entire country. Basically, we've seen a record amount of fentanyl coming into this country. We've seen a record amount of people illegally crossing our southern border. We know that there's a record amount of gotaways. And this is not only a seasonal problem, it's a generational problem, Ainsley. And it's the Biden administration is essentially subsidizing and incentivizing people to come here. And shame on Secretary Mayorkas, because since he has been the Secretary of Homeland Security, 1 million people have illegally crossed our southern border just this year in the last 6 months since he's been secretary. That's like the entire population of Joe Biden's home state of Delaware in less than a year. This is having a devastating impact on our communities, Ainsley.
Why do you think that he's okay with the border being open? Why do you think he's okay with ignoring the problem and not going down there to see for himself?
I think that, the lesson we teach our kids is that, you can't ignore a problem and hope it goes away. So I think that's part of it. Secondly, I think it's obviously clear that Joe Biden has been hijacked by the far left of the Democratic Party that wants to radically alter this country. So let's make no mistake about it. What is happening right now is not an accident. It's intentional. As to why Joe Biden's doing it, he might not even know. But the bottom line is this, Ainsley, is Cartel Kelly and Joe Biden's allies in the Senate have enabled and empowered the cartels, and we are going to continue to see more violence in our neighborhoods. We're going to continue to see the spread of COVID because of these numbers of people that are coming in that are COVID positive, and our communities are being polluted by the increase in the amount of drugs. So the fact that Secretary Mayorkas is actually going to the border, I think the cartels are happy because it's not every day they get to meet their hero.
Well, you hear about the fentanyl, you hear about the crime, and now COVID. Many of them aren't being tested. NBC's reporting that almost 20% of the individuals that are let out by ICE into our country have COVID. Mark Levin said that he thinks that the borders are open and Biden's ignoring it because he wants Texas and Arizona to go blue. What happens to our country if that happens?
This really isn't about politics. People should understand I'm a first-generation American, but the reason why so many people want to come here is because we have the rule of law. You cannot have chaos. You cannot have disorder. You can't have an administration systematically not willing to enforce the laws. That's why I have 3 lawsuits right now pending against the Biden administration and their failed border policies. So this is intentional. I think it's an attempt to radically change this country, not just Arizona and Texas and Florida. It's an attempt to radically change this country because this is all part of the far left's push to make this country socialist or even communist. It's all about concentration of power in D.C., and that starts with having a bunch of people come here that their first thing they do is break the law and they get government benefits, and then they get free health care, free subsidized housing. Think about this, Ainsley. It is the height of absurdity that you have people that have crossed the border illegally. As you mentioned, 20% positive rates. They're getting free flights anywhere they want in the country. And yet here in other parts of the country, our kids can't even go to school. We can't even go to the local restaurant. So they're shutting down the economy and then they're letting everyone else get free flights all over this country. It's just fundamentally unfair to American taxpayers.
Mark Brnovich, who is the Attorney General of Arizona running for Scott Kelly's Senate seat. We wish you all the best. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.